Hello, everyone. All right, everything is a disaster in this house. We are trying to get out the door super early tomorrow, heading down to Tennessee. And for those of you who are new or don't know what that's all about, we bought some land down there and hoping one day very soon, to actually break ground. We cleared some trees. There's an actual video on the YouTube channel that shows that. But anyways, looking forward to that. But it's the first week of the 21-day challenge. How does one go on this improvement path for 7 days, including a 48-hour fast, and gains 8 pounds? Now, you all know on this soul, mind, and body journey that I am on, it has nothing to do with the weight loss. It's great. I love it. Don't get me wrong. And I do check my weight every single day. Not because I want to see what the result is, but because I want to associate data kind of with my journey. And I'm not one person who's out there that's going to count calories. I mean, it's bad enough that I have to kind of count how many carbs I have in a day, but for the most part, I'm not that person. I'm not pricking my finger and doing blood glucose tests and ketone tests. Yes, I'm urinating on a ketosis strip to see if I'm in ketosis, but I'm not where all these people are at, period. But that doesn't mean that I don't want some simple things in my life, like stepping on a scale. And it's not just a scale, because I think that's just a liar. It's also a fat percentage thing and a bone percentage thing and a muscle percentage thing. So I know it shoots something through our bodies, and then I get to see, okay, am I gaining fat? Am I gaining muscle? And where is that in association with my weight? Is it up? Is it down? And what else is happening in my life? So I think there's a combination here, and this is why it's so important to reflect. If we don't pay attention, we better be reflecting. And that was what happened, was I wasn't paying attention. And I also dove into something that I haven't been doing in a long time, and that was going crazy with dairy and bringing back in the artificial sweeteners. And my choice is stevia and monk fruit, but those are actually sometimes converting we trick our bodies, because we taste this sweet taste, spike our insulin, and our body goes into not burning fat anymore. Plus, I was coming back on my intermittent fasting. Okay, so not only was I fasting for 48 hours in the first 48 hours of the first 7 days, I was also intermittent fasting. So I wasn't eating until somewhere between 1 and 3 every day. And then I would finish it up about 6:37, and that was my eating window. So then the next day, I would still be kind of intermittent fasting, even though I was going to be eating later on in the day. I also wasn't feeling well, and I also was not drinking. So this wasn't like I went binging, and every single night I didn't go and grab carbs. I didn't go way over my carbs intentionally by eating like pie and cake and stuff like that when I did that back in the Easter octave. So what happened? And again, I wasn't paying attention. It is so easy just to go through life and not work on your soul, mind, and body, even though I was working on it. You can see my videos every day. But as I got into the evening, I fell back into kind of lazy patterns. And then on top of that, I looked at my working out. And then I looked at my prayer. And because I had some things going on in the morning, my prayer and my workout and everything was just kind of getting jammed. And I noticed that I was just walking. I wasn't doing strength training, so I wasn't putting my metabolic body in that kind of stress. But I was also sick. And then I also had this other stress, like, oh my gosh, we're going to go to Tennessee. How is this going? All of these things When we're not in sync, soul, mind, and body is what gets us out, even when we think we are on target. I'm going to get into a little bit more in the Soul, Mind, and Body group. By the way, there is a video recently posted on how do you join, because a lot of people didn't get it. I didn't get it. Sorry about that. All you have to do is set up a YouTube account. I go through it simply. All you need is an email address and your name. And then you are able to not only join the Soul, Mind, and Body group, but you can subscribe to my channel or other channels. You can get notifications. You can like and rate the channels, and you can also comment. And that's the big thing on the other side. We are all walking this journey together. So it's really fun to see what other people are working on. But this is why I always stress paying attention. And I too fall into just not paying attention and knowing that if I buy the dairy, it's not so good for me. Knowing that when I start using that sweetener, I want it even more. And knowing that, why am I so ravenous? That's the last thing I should wrap up with. Why, when I'm ready to eat, am I ready to eat the entire house and like now, and not like taking it in a couple of hour stint? And why am I not slowing down? This is the capturing our thoughts and our emotions and not allowing ourselves to go down an emotional path that is not of God, that is not filled with temperance, self-control. And why was I out of control? This is where the stop, pause, pray comes into play. And I'll be honest with you, the one time that I did think about it while I was in the middle of it, I didn't care. So God told me what was going on, but I didn't care because I was starving and I wanted to eat. So upcoming, we're going to travel. I know my routine is going to be crazy. So how can I learn from this past week, which wasn't very routine? It had a kind of a shakeup and stuff was going on. How can I learn and get ahead of it? This is life. This is the game. This is the challenge. And this is the fun when we get ahead of it and we see it, we notice it, and we're like, oh, I'm so on this. I'm so not going to let myself, the world, or the devil get in my way. Alrighty, everyone. I will catch you in the membership group so we can talk a little bit more about this. And if you're not there, I hope you join me. In the meantime, go find something more with God. Soul, mind, and body. It's such a great ride. Have a blessed and inspired day.